Hola Aries, it's Tarot by Tess with your March 2018 reading. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, what's coming towards you is the Ace of Wands. Alright. Let's see, what else is coming towards Aries for March? Ooh, looks like some good things. Major Arcana, the Star. Another Ace, Ace of Swords. So mastery over passion and thought. The Hanged Man, Major Arcana in reverse. And the Six of Swords. Awesome. So it looks like you're going to gain a perspective. You get some kind of an insight. And it changes your perspective on something enough to where you're able to move on, or you're able to move from something that's dysfunctional and chaotic to something that's more serene. Both of these are insights. The insight might have been delayed, okay, but somebody was very persuasive. And this is not you. If it's not, then you were able to persuade someone else. Wait, this is the other way around. Okay. 'Cause I feel like somebody is going to be seen as very significant. And it's a very, very, very strong belief they have, maybe a philosophy in life that they have. And they may be willing to back away from some kind of strong belief they previously had because they were able to change it. Maybe it was a limiting belief. And it caused them to miss some opportunities, and so now they have a new perspective. And this could be you, could be someone else, it could be Six of Swords. Okay, so I'm seeing you might travel, but there could be a little bit of issues with that, so be careful about that. You might get delayed or hung up on something and you miss a plane, miss a boat, so just a little bit careful. I do see you might be traveling. I see like booking a vacation, maybe to go visit a foreign pen pal. Okay, not for everybody, okay, but if you're booking a vacation, I'm seeing that there could be some delays and just possible travel problems. You may be going to see somebody you care about long distance. It doesn't even have to be overseas. But it is some kind of journey by water with the Six of Swords here. I'll see what else we get. But it's some kind of journey you're wanting to take to heal something. Definite healing cards here. It could be to go see family, for instance, because we do have our origins, our root card. Maybe you're going to move somewhere where you used to live. You got a new home over there. Maybe you wanted to start a new life somewhere else, kind of a thing. But I'm just seeing there might be a little bit of issues with that. Nothing terrible or deadly, just seeing there might be some problems. So don't expect it to go completely smoothly. I'm also seeing there is some kind of calm after a storm, but you may have really had to fight for something over which you were passionate. Very persuasive, whomever this is. And it feels like it's fated. I do feel like you avoid some kind of a disaster. But I'm seeing something has to be right. I have a lover who has to be manly. And so I'm getting there's some kind of a trip where a man is exploring his manhood. I'm not sure what this is even about. But yeah, a man has to be manly. He has to be the pursuer. He has to explore his manhood. Okay. Please tell me that some of you are going to know what this is about. I'm getting lots of infatuation with both of these cards. Somebody sees somebody as very special, and maybe they want to go travel to see them. And maybe it's too distant, emotionally, physically, and so somebody's going to make the effort. Because both people here have the power to make a relationship work if they just put the effort in. Somebody may be forced to go along with something, and it might not seem like a good idea to someone, but it really is, and it ends up being a success. But there is somebody who's long distance or just absent, maybe possibly missing in some way, or somebody's missing someone, maybe not committed very well. And so somebody's ready to pack their bags and leave. Somebody may go look for this man. Okay. Let's see what else we get. This is very different. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. 10 of Cups. Okay. You could be getting a house. Like a family house. Could be some news of pregnancies. Ooh, Chariot. Could be dealing with a Cancer. Again, we have more travel. I'm seeing just very idealistic thinking gets you what you want. It manifests for you. So just keep being idealistic. I don't see anything wrong with it in this particular scenario. I'm seeing lots of optimism. It helps change your perspective or someone else's. So if you want to persuade somebody, be optimistic. I feel like there's emotional hope. Definite major victory here. Oh my. You reached the star goal, because we have a star in the Chariot's hat or crown and the star in the star. And it's clarifying it. I do see lots of passionate new starts that end up making you very happy. Not lots, at least one. Okay. Again, you might be starting over again, getting a house and making a family somewhere else. You could be going again back somewhere you've been before. Lots of triumph here. Again, I'm seeing like a new idea, new approach that makes you very happy. Could make your family happy as well. But I'm seeing it has to be right. Somebody might force you to go along with it, and it works. I think like somebody's resolving a marriage issue. Somebody was ready to leave. They said, hey, let's do this. This will save our marriage, and then it does. They're very sure of themselves. They have to be right, and they actually are right. For some people, this is new love or new job. Like, look, I need to relocate. Even though we don't have the tower here, I need to move in some way for a new job. And one person may not want to, but it's a good idea. But somebody's very persuasive by talking about all the positives. Okay. So we have 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Swords, ooh, Magician reversed, the Sun reversed, oh my goodness, and King of Swords, oh my goodness, this is, why did all of a sudden get terrible right when we got to the Ace of Swords? Okay, could be dealing with a Leo, somebody manipulative, somebody might separate, okay, because somebody was very stubborn and didn't want to be convinced. But it looks like somebody might go after them if they leave. Okay, very dramatic. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I do have manipulation going on here. You might be under a facade of some sort. I do feel like there's some kind of a successful move, especially when it comes to a new job opportunity, even though the job opportunity is in reverse. So somebody they're not convinced that somebody is a master of their work, or they're a boss, or maybe somebody doesn't want somebody to move unless they're going to be the boss. However, it's still a good decision to move or take a job. It could be somebody has a really big ego. Again, like they have to be manly, they have to do this. Somebody may want to turn down a job because they're not going to be the boss. They may decide to move and take a different job. There's a few scenarios here. Very concentrated focus. Focusing on the positive, focusing on talent recognition. The only card that's not reversed is King of Swords and Three of Swords. So there could just be a delay. Somebody may not be thinking about somebody because they're just so busy. And so that's why they're not in contact as much. But there really could be some kind of incompatibility with somebody. And somebody's having to force somebody to stay. Possibly that somebody forced someone to leave based on an ultimatum. Somebody may be reliving past hurts. But I do see that this can be worked out. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Knight of Wands. Okay, this could be you underneath the Hanged Man reversed. So I do see some fleeing, some traveling, possibly moving houses. There's this idea of being independent, meeting somebody, maybe even spontaneously, but we have flight departure. So there could be a delayed flight again, getting hung up in some way. And somebody might feel like they go back to square one. And some, maybe when they're flying, I can't really see what this is. Yeah, somebody may go on a trip and they get news that their partner is leaving, so they maybe go back home. There could be multiple people competing for someone's affections, and so somebody decides to release the extra people. So eventually that Three of Swords will be gone. And that Three of Swords would be like a woman is chasing three people. So a man may not feel committed. Looks like there needs to be a compromise. But with the male partner in some respects being right and things being successful. There's this need for people to be more independent, especially with the Chariot over here. Needing to compete in a competition, usually for a job, not necessarily in love, but it could be. Okay, lots of travel cards. And all the travel cards are upright, so I still think it's going to be okay. All right, Ten of Wands with the Six of Swords. Trying to move on. Feels like there might be some kind of a fence blocking. So again, any kind of trouble is just a delay. It's nothing serious. This could be just your flight gets delayed. I mean, it's nothing really. But somebody's shouldering a lot of the burden. They feel like they're doing more. Again, with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords, there's some kind of a business delay. So somebody may be wanting to make an interview, but they're not able to on time. But somebody's going to get some kind of communication from someone that causes somebody to change, maybe change their plans, change their travel plans. And somebody was already ready to leave. Or a plane or a boat is ready to leave, but the man who's supposed to get on it is not there. Okay. All right, let's go to the next spread. Trying to shuffle these so we make sure any cards that pop up are needed to be seen, not just coincidence. This way so all the curves can come out. All right. Okay, what's happening for Aries in the month of March 2018? What's coming towards them? What do Aries need to know for March 2018? That was weird. Chariot again. Oh, I thought I saw a star while I was shuffling. Okay, could be dealing with a Cancer. Could be dealing with travel, vehicles. Ooh, the Emperor. There you are, guys. So you might be dealing with a Cancer. You may be traveling to go see a Cancer. Or you're just traveling. Like, here's you. There's 2 thrones here. So this could just be you traveling. I'm also seeing lots of control and compromise. Lots of order. You could be getting a leadership position, you know, with work. But I'm just seeing control. Control. Okay. Taking control of your life or your traveling arrangements. Again, we have this idea of, you know, man has to explore his manhood. I'm not sure why this is. Okay, 7 of Cups reversed. Maybe controlling substance, like drinking. Self-control, because one no longer is dealing with that anymore. Controlling one's emotions, one's fantasies. 9 of Pentacles. Somebody may want to settle down. Although I was getting an opposite feeling, like somebody's not committed. But there may be other Aries out there who do want to settle down. Okay? So we could have 2 different sets. Somebody may be deciding to go for work as opposed to love. And then other people are actually going to take a cut from work in order to be with family. I'm seeing somebody's really going after some dreams. They're going to get it. And they're also going to get their dreams by controlling their emotions and not overindulging with pretty much anything. I do see this idea of a home. Okay, let's keep going. I do see somebody being independent, but then maybe deciding to settle down afterward. They know who they want to go for. Or they finally find somebody that they want, that they want to settle down with. But definitely possessive and trying to hoard money with that 4 of Pentacles I just saw. Somebody's definitely stubborn in their ways. I'm definitely seeing focused efforts, making progress at work, even with a lot on your plate. And you're going to be attracting success. You have lots and lots of potential here. Could have lots of choices when it comes to dating, but you're picking one person. You're going to use your logic as opposed to your lust. Hangman reversed again. There we go. We have 2 of your same cards. Getting a new perspective. Maybe you want to go back and settle for something you missed previously. Or somebody could just be putting pressure on you to settle down, and you're going to be selfish and think about yourself. Not in a bad way, just saying you're thinking about yourself. Because I'm seeing if there's a domineering person around you who's trying to force you to do something, you're going to deal with it very passively. And then they're going to move on. And we did have that persuasive card in the last reading. So that may not be you, maybe someone else. You may think, oh, this person has very bad judgment. Or it was a mistake to try to settle down with this person because it was toxic. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Yep, definitely travel, maybe foreign, but things turning in your favor. I see lots of success again, so I'm not going to talk about it too much more. Itching. Okay. Okay, I think I did that myself. I want to look. Yeah. There is still possible travel. This may be a self-exploratory kind of a journey you're going on. So maybe somebody's going back to like discover their heritage. Somebody's from, I don't know, say New Zealand. They may take a trip there and find out about their history. It's a self-knowledge kind of a thing. But somebody won't be stagnant anymore. They're on the move. I think there could be some kind of changes when it comes to bosses, authority figures, maybe something that's slightly oppressive, okay? And maybe you get to take control now. Maybe it's the turn of fortune where you get to be the one in control. I'm seeing there's prevention of harm in some way. Ace of Wands in reverse this time. Unrealized potential is what I'm seeing. Again, there could be some kind of a temporary break from someone. Leaving the home, leaving the family for a little while. In order to have a new approach. Oh. There's that Magician reversed again. Then we have the World in reverse and the Ace of Swords again. So eventually someone will get persuaded, but they may use manipulative tactics with the Magician here. I'm seeing somebody's not persuaded for the first half. There's some not getting closure, and then finally somebody's persuaded, there's closure. And here's where I'm finally seeing like a true travel card in reverse. That means some kind of delays. You have a lot of major arcana. I'm seeing a missed opportunity again. There's 2 missed opportunities. I'm not sure what you're missing. Could be just information overload. I'm seeing possible career counseling or getting something that you fantasized about and be willing to settle down. And even though you might be happy, there's still some kind of cloud hanging over something. And it might be having to do with your origins or your past. It's got to be the person that you're dealing with. They may have some low self-esteem that they're really focused on. They don't feel like they can make their own luck. But I mean, luck's already on their side. They don't have to make it. And they feel like they're not coming up with any new ideas. Like maybe they don't have what it takes when they really do. But there'll be some kind of a revelation, maybe even impulsively. I feel like maybe somebody does their work very slowly and methodically. And so they're seen possibly as not being able to, when really they're just doing it right. They don't want to fail. But this leads them, to be insecure. Somebody might get something they've always wanted, like a long-held dream, and then they don't want it anymore. So that could be missed opportunity. And then if they settle down, they might feel trapped. Because I get this whole wanderer vibe and traveling as well. So we have Ace of Swords. So again, this relationship can be worked out if people are willing to compromise. In some respects, this could be an ending. This could be time to move on. Or it could be finally seeing things clearly and going along with something and it becoming successful. But lots of concentration going on here, lots of willpower, lots of winning. But it requires going along with something. I just feel like somebody has to say to somebody, like, trust me, this is going to work. I don't know if that's you or someone else. All right, bottom of the deck. Death reverse. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Could be dealing with some emotional baggage. Somebody's afraid of change, and that's why they're not wanting to go with someone. They're a little scared. But what I'm seeing is the cycle needs to happen. The change just hasn't completely occurred yet. Somebody's also not going to wait for somebody. They're really wanting to go after a new beginning. They might change their mind about settling down, or they do want to settle down. They may not change their mind. I'm seeing there could be a lack of passion. Somebody who's not supporting a passion. Somebody's not supporting their dream, so they might lose faith in their dream, or they don't want it anymore. Yeah. All right, let's get something from Angel Answers. Oh, I already shuffled. Oh, okay. Definitely communicate clearly. We talked about that with the Ace of Swords twice. Okay. Well, it's up to you to communicate clearly. Be assertive, persuasive even. Somebody may not want to go along with your work project. Look for a sign. This may be literal. Because the situation will improve. Again, this relationship can be saved. This deal can be saved. Ask for help from others. Yeah. All right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Good luck.